morning. Here, I don't even have to pull up my watch because it's dead right now. That's what time it is. That's what day it is. That's the date. That's water. That's some fancy place we all should be instead of where we're at right now, sitting in the pouring rain. Anyway, this is a talk about, and the cat's on my lap. What a surprise. Starting here. A couple bruises on these already. So, I did some flying Sunday, and it was going to be a little bit of clips. It was going to be little clips of flying, talking about the flight, and that all went shit out the window soon as I crashed the first time, and then realized that this poor guy's battery was dead. Is that a scratch? Yeah, that's just a scratch. No, that's just hair. This little guy was dead. So this little guy threw a monkey wrench into my plans, put a damper into my flying, and I was pissed. But I flew anyway. I got some great data, like a nerd, experimenting with props and all that fun stuff. And I guess I don't need this. I did get some footage, and it wasn't the footage that I wanted, but whatever. I will discuss what I have, and then on top of that, today, and I'm making the video, and then I'm gonna make the video, so there'll be a clip. So today, no coffee, miserable as shit, raining out, went to go throw stuff in the dumpster today at work, and this is what I found. And that scared the shit out of me. That crazy thing must have killed itself trying to get out, was all beaten. I fed it some damn Triscuits safely, and then it ended up, we put a ladder in there, and it ended up climbing out. But yeah, that was an interesting way to start the morning, so I instantly went inside, made a cup of coffee, and I gotta wake the hell up. So, we'll start with the Emax props. I flew them on low KV, 2204, 2300 KV, Cobra, green Cobra motors, and I like them. I thought they were cool. It obviously didn't have the same amount of thrust that a tri-prop would, or the tri-props I've been running on them, because I've been running the Racecraft 5051s, which is basically like this, but just 3 and as aggressive, and I like them a lot. I was very pleasantly surprised at how much these dig into a turn and really get you going, but they excelled phenomenally on this motor. Beep. Focus. There we go. This was the motor that I put on. I had these on the, where is it up there? Enigma, which is blurry. It excelled amazing on Enigma. So where the 2300 kV kind of maxed out, like, you know, a 4-banger versus a V8 or a turbo or something, with the higher end, these things just absolutely screamed, and I really liked them. I'm going to experiment more, and I just flew to flew just to get out there and get some time in the air, and I didn't really push myself or do the normal tricks that I did with these props anyway. Flight time was pretty much the same, honestly, because they are a little more aggressive, firm prop. I got about the same flight time. The one flight that I did where I flew around the yard and I just babied it, I got around 6 minutes, where I was just kind of cruising. I might have flipped over the house, but there wasn't a lot of highs and lows punching the throttle. It was just kind of a mid thing. So for efficiency, if you're just cruising around, I think these will be fantastic for, I'm going to try to do some cinematic stuff with Enigma, and then see how these things hold up. I don't want to keep prairie on those too long. Prairie. Here's Tata's. Probably these are the biggest motors that I have. The Xing 2208, 2450 kVs. I did the watermelon props on here, and they weren't bad. They performed, I want to say, average on this compared to some of the other props that I had. They scream, much higher pitch. Flight time, about the same. I get 3.5, 4 minutes, usually, maybe 5, depending on if I'm easy on the throttle, especially with this guy. But they performed well. I did like them. I'm going to try these on a lower KV. This would not be my go-to for higher KV motors, especially these guys. You do get a little flex. They're a lot louder. So low KV, I think, would be the way that I'm going to go with these. I brought Evo to the field. I brought them all, and I put the Wind Dancers on there. And that was this combination was probably one of my most pleasant surprises, as in power to efficiency ratio, based on flight time, and then just the responsiveness. I was very, very happy. This quad kind of floats as it is with the setup tuning, and it's pretty light compared. But the thing just soared through the air. I love the power. They weren't overly loud, as in a screamer. They kind of sound like the Lumineer gate breakers. They have a little bit lower hum. Excuse me, lower hum to them, and I'm very happy with these. My biggest surprise that I didn't get to bring to the field, but I flew here in the yard. These are the Azzurri props. I don't know. I got the bag. I still got the bag here. Let's see if it says what it is. A 5.1 by 4.8 by 3. I flew this on the Catalyst, which is my Cobra's lower KV motors, and I was just dumbfounded by the power, by how efficient they were. Great flight time, 6-minute flight time with it. And they just dug into the turns. I mean, these things were, I found them very aggressive, so I think this is a great pairing for low KV. I'm going to try them on a higher KV. Super quiet. I mean, this is probably one of the quietest is that even a word? Quietest props. These things I found super quiet on the low KV, not on high KV, but definitely a different tone. You get a lower hum to those also, bassy type sound, if you will. But these Azzurri props, little smoke color, I love them on the lower KV. These things were super smooth. I got no footage, of course, but I talked about it in the last video. My buddies came over before we started drinking and having a fire and stuff. I was ripping around the yard, and my buddy Ryan from bowling, like I said, was just dumbfounded. He's never seen the quads flipping, rolling, and I flew another pack late Sunday. You want to talk about crazy shit. So if you've seen my videos where I go from my side yard and I kind of go over the little hedges and I flip and roll past the tree and then down into the woods around the pole, well, I went a little high, and then I went up and I actually twisted in between the power lines and the antenna. I don't know if you can see this here because of the lighting. Let me see if I can get in here. Yeah, the antenna twisted and caught, and I hung on the power line. So it hung it up, and then the motors, the top of the motors actually were clipping, so I kind of rail slide stuck on the power lines, and then at the last second the antenna bent, and I just thrusted enough and it actually got off, came crashing down. Nothing happened to it, but that was the craziest shit. I went up and I felt it, and then through the goggles I'm just stuck this way for a second. Then the nose dropped, so then I throttled back and it just kind of flung back, and then I lost orientation a little bit and it went down. But holy crap, how would I explain to the power company why there's a quadcopter stuck on the power lines? But yeah, love the props. Let me grab Enigma just to show you. Let's see here. So here are the biprops on those. Super, super cool looking. It's really unique because I'm so used to triprops on everything. But these guys look super cool. I love this frame. It's the Battle Axe frame. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get out this weekend and do some more. I might just do like a solo thing, like Enigma with these props, and do a little flight. Vacation's coming up very close, so the project I've had in my head for probably 6 months now, of where we're going on vacation, will be coming to fruition very soon. I'm very excited for that. I'm kind of debating if I want to bring some of the freestyle quads with me there, like I have every year, or just kind of not spend my entire time obsessed with FPV like I normally am. I'm definitely bring Tiny Whoop and where is it? Moobs. You know, because there's plenty of small fields and stuff like that. But I'm debating. I'll leave it up to you guys. Should I, and if you go back, and that's something I keep forgetting to say, I encourage you guys to go back through the people you subscribe to and look at some of the older stuff, because I've been looking back through some of my older stuff to check it out, and I forgot half the videos I've done, and I think you guys will appreciate some of them. But Lord's Point, where I go on vacation, there's a couple of videos I've done there. So should I bring some of the freestyle stuff out there and make some new stuff, or just stick to the little stuff? I don't know. I hope that helped with some of the props. Hit me up personally if there's something else that you want to see. If you want to learn more about them or a little more detailed, I'd be happy to help. The props are everywhere. You just search props on Get FPV, Race Day Quads, shit like that. You will find all of these anywhere. I am very happy with the props that I got. I think I will definitely be picking up some more of those Azzurri props for aesthetics. They have these in a couple colors, so I will definitely pick up a couple more of these. Yeah, I definitely recommend them. They're super wild. Like I said, a little bit of difference in throttle management, where you kind of have to just, as you're coming down out of a dive or whatever, you just got to be conscious. Practice it first before you really get into it, because I had to give it just a touch more. But like I said, for these, obviously I think they're more designed for racing and high-end speed. You will get the most benefit out of them going super fast, high kV motors. But they still will work and are fun on lower kV. It's weird. It's like taking a street car or something like that and putting race tires on it, because there's just the way that you hook into a turn. And for a biprop, I was shocked. And for the fact that they're as aggressive as they are, that the flight time is still good, and hard punches, like a high hard punch into the air. I wasn't getting beeping, so the battery wasn't sagging on any of them, any of the ones I've tried. So you're not getting super amp draw. But I mean, obviously, if you got a lighter pitch, it would be even better for flight time and efficiency. But it's all what you're looking for. So on that note, I'm actually going to go put this video together, and then spend some time with the family. Mama's cooking homemade pizza again. It seems to be a good trend lately. But let me know what you think. Love a thumbs up. Recommend me to your fellow quad addicted friends. And if you have any recommendations on props, hit me up. If you've done a video on props, send me a link. I will check it out. On that note, oh, Sandy K, what's up? Wanted to throw you a shout. Thank you for everything that you're doing, and keep up the great work. God bless you.